just like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Ricardo, True Savage. What up? Doreen Gartrell. What up? What up? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Boom. Let's get into it, man. So before I believe the title that I put for this particular show, I said, let's talk about Felicia. I mean, Felicia meaning fellatio. I mean, for those that don't know, that's basically like, that basically means eating the box. All right. This is a topic that I haven't heard spoken of on YouTube or anywhere, actually, to be honest. I mean, this is a topic that too many people don't want to touch on. So it was suggested to me that I should do one of these at least once a week, maybe every Sunday. And I was saying that I like to call it like the locker room talk. You know what I mean? Where the fellas could come through. We just chop it up. We could talk about things that, we normally talk about, what I'm saying, in the locker room, and people could eavesdrop on the things that we say, especially the type of caliber of men that we are, all being from different parts of the country, different ages, you know what I mean, and different experiences, you know what I'm saying. Everybody at a master's level in each parts of their life. But before we actually get into the topic, I want everybody to introduce themselves. So starting off with Professor Rich, man. You go ahead. Introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is Professor Rich. I have a YouTube channel, the Club channel. We pretty much all talk about the same things. I talk about self-improvement, talk about woman, female nature, anything to help men level up and become the best version of themselves. RPC's the homie, and salute to the panel. I appreciate you for hitting me up and, inviting me on here. This is going to be a classic.
Professor MGTOW, aka Mr. Freeport, man. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Professor. A lot of you know me by Mr. Freeport or Professor MGTOW on YouTube, but follow the page. I always like to give a unique perspective to whatever topic we do. So it's gonna be a fire one, man. Thanks for having me on, brother.
No doubt. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Straight real talk.
Sure.
Hey, yo, actually, I should start off by saying this episode I thought of doing is based off an episode that King Dre did. You know what I'm saying? I believe the title was, "Is it beta to go down? Is it beta to do?" You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna answer that question later on. But first, introduce yourself, King Dre.
Yo, what's good? What's good, fellas? Hey, I want to take this time to about this song, right? Because this chick from my hometown. It's funny you made that song. This chick is from my hometown. She's from my city.
No doubt.
And this is just a lesson on female nature, how dirty females is. That song is actually from a guy named Uwe Jive. It was like a neighborhood classic, right? The original song was called My Neck, My Back, and it was a dance song. Kaya and the guy were cool. He didn't really know about the music industry like that, just a regular hood dude. And she took the song, copyrighted, and flipped it and blew up on and like left him in the dirt.
Wow.
So that's where that song come from. But yeah, this is King Dre. I just wanted to let that be known. Right. I hate that she did that to him like that. This was a while ago. This is like in 2001 or some shit like that.
My bad for opening up old wounds, man.
Nah. It's not. I don't know them personally, but I just know, I know the history, and I just know I don't like that.
Right.
Like how she did him. She did him dirty.
I agree, man. Hey, yo, real side note, yo, Ricardo, man, I just made you a moderator, man. I know you support the channel. You invest in yourself, so I made you a moderator, man. Shout out to Riot Enterprises. Hey, yo, AP, Mr. Player for Life. Introduce yourself to the people, because I remember I did a show with you, and at the end you were like, you would like to see me, you and Oppie talk about, this subject. So that's why I wanted to invite you here. But first, introduce yourself to the people.
What's cracking? First of all, shout out to the panel, man. I've been seeing some of y'all brothers on other things, man. So respect to y'all cats. And I'm just an old player ass nigga from Milwaukee, bro. And I've been dealing with chicks in a real way since maybe 13, where it was my all day, every day business. Whether I was on some gangster shit, I had women around. Whether I was on some drug dealing shit, I had women around. When I squared up and went to church, I had women around. When I became a working man, I had women around. That's why I say player for life, because that's been a trending, theme in my life is female energy around me. And I learned a lot and I've seen a lot because of that. You feel me?
Right.
And my channel is basically based on men navigating through life in general and having to deal with women and what they be in. So, that's all.
No doubt. So as the people watching can see live and on the playback, that I got some thorough men on here that's ready to tackle the subject. Hey, yo, LDA, I see I got LDA in the backdrop. You know what I mean? I'm not used to having this many people on the live. Hey, yo, LDA, come back in like, another 20 minutes, because we even get into the subject yet, but I definitely want you on, man. I don't want to keep you in the background too long.
And if it helps, I'll probably bump out of here in like an hour.
All right, no doubt. All right. So let's get into it, man. Felicia, aka, you know what I'm saying, PHYLATIO, you know what I mean? So I figure I'll start it off. Everybody introduced themselves already, so I figure
You forgot Top, fam.
So what up?
You forgot Top.
Top? Oh shit, Top. Top. How can I forget Top, man? Yo, Top. Introduce yourself, fam. Yo, you muted.
Salute everybody. Thanks for having me again, RPC.
No doubt.
And salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to the chat. Let's get to it.
No doubt. Mr. Good Morning niggas. Let's go. You gotta let them know, T.O.P. All right. They gonna find out.
Oh, damn. My bad. I forgot I'm supposed to.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. This your man right here, the Incredible T.O.P, the host of the Topcast on YouTube and Anchor. Holla at me. Basically, I'm just about getting to the truth, man, because a lot of people are on some real typical shit, and people are pretty much walking around pretending to be somebody who they really not, and it's because they don't know they self. So that's my mission, to get you to know who you are, so that your life could get better.
Absolutely, man. I can get with that, man, because that's pretty much what I'm about too, man. When dudes be asking me questions, even when I did consultations, they expect me to say, all right, this is what you say to the chick, this and that and that. Now, I'd mostly tell them things how to improve themselves as far as like the way they think. But all right, so let's get into this topic, man. Everybody introduced themselves. As you can see, like I said, everybody's thorough. I mean, everybody knows what they're talking about. Everybody, has an expertise in their field. So I'll broach the situation. So, Felicia, you know what I'm saying, eating box, you know what I'm saying, laying on your belly, hissing on a chick, you know what I mean? That's why I got the snake shirt on, you know what I mean? But, so my experience with that topic, I'll say is this. I said it before on another panel, but it's definitely appropriate for me to, rehash this story again, even though it's a tad bit traumatic to me. You know what I mean? But Professor's already laughing.
I know.
Hold on. Professor's already laughing, man. But this is like therapy. Like I said, this is locker room discussion. So we could be open. You know what I'm saying? We could be open and honest and vulnerable, like Professor be talking about. So anyway, boom. Back in like 10th grade, I'm gonna make the story shorter because, like I said, it is traumatic. So long story short, a chick I was dealing with in 10th grade, mind you, I'm the youngest in my circle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my circle like 2-3 years older than me. So when I was like 14, they were like 16, 17. So they were telling me like basically like, yo, you ain't never eat, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never done Felicia yet? I'm like, nah, I ain't never did that before. Like, yo, what's wrong with you? Chicks do this, they do that. So long story short, made a chick my girl, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, since she's my girl, you know what I'm saying? I could do that act, you know what I'm saying? So mind you, this is my first time. So after high school, go back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no lights on, ain't have no moonlight, no nothing, right? Boom. Took the drawers down, you know what I'm saying? When I took the drawers down, smelled that urine stench, right? You know what I'm saying? Smoked that urine stench, but I already made the decision. I'm doing this. I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? Smoked the urine stench. Mind you, like I said, it's dark in the room. I really can't see much. You know what I mean? So boom, already pulled the drawers down, smelling the stench. But I'm like, I'm doing this. So I go in. You know what I'm saying? And when I go in to the urinal, when I put my face into the urinal, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like pretend you would have stick your tongue inside a nigga afro. That's what that shit felt like first time around. So I'm sticking my tongue in my mouth into a pissy afro. You heard? So I go does that. You know what I'm saying, damn, they got a hairball in my mouth and all that. And at the end of it all, I never even beat. I didn't even smash. Because after I had all that, you know what I'm saying, urine, pubic hair in my throat and all that, she ended up pulling her drawers up like, oh, I got to go catch the late bus. I got to go home. Never smash.
Wow.
I felt so bad. Yeah. This is my first time. So this is what I think was you, T.O.P, that said you could count on one hand how many chicks you've done that with. And before this episode, I was actually
one finger.
I was sitting back and thinking, I don't even need a whole hand to tell you how many chicks I've even done that to, and that's because of this first story that I told you about, because that was a traumatic experience for me. Because I ended up doing that and not smashing, so I felt used. You know what I'm saying? I ended up breaking up because of that. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's go around. Before we dive deep into it. Like I said, it's kind of like therapy. So I want y'all dudes to either tell me the first time or the worst time y'all experienced Felicia. Go ahead. Who want to tackle that first?
Well, with me and my experience, I didn't even start inquiring about, you know what I'm saying, eating pussy until I was like 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I was growing up, it wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the pre-internet era when you had to actually go outside and meet chicks, and you know, chicks was reserved to the dudes who lived around them locally and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying, the only way that you could really get out and meet other people is like if you know, like in high school situations, or you went out to parties, or you went to different local cities and shit like that. It's not nowhere near like it is today, where you could meet a chick in a halfway across the motherfucking planet. So I say all that to say, we growing up initially, I was just fucking. I wasn't even into eating pussy or nothing like that. And by the time I inquired about it, you know, I was damn near almost a full legal adult. And it wasn't until I actually went and did a bid and came home that I had actually did it for the first and only time, because I only did it with one chick. And she was my girlfriend. She was my girlfriend initially. But it's never been something that I've been big on. And to be perfectly honest, if your sex game is tight in other areas, it's not something that you have to do.
We're gonna get to that top. We're gonna get to that.
Hey, for me, right? I'm trying to remember, because I it ain't never been my thing either, right? But for me, I'm trying to remember when the first time, like I don't have any bad experiences, and I can count on one hand. I think maybe 4 chicks throughout my whole life. 5.
That's my number 4.
4 or 5 that I've done that my whole life. I don't remember my first time, but I know I was in my 20s. Like that was never my thing, right? And 2 of those women, I did it because it was like, you know, you go out on the first date and I get them back to the crib, and I used to drink back then. I don't drink anymore, but I used to drink back then. I used to drink a lot. I was so drunk, my rod couldn't get hard, right? And it just happened twice with 2 different chicks. And for me, and I was real young, in order to redeem myself, I did that, right? I did that in order to redeem myself because I couldn't get it up. I was so faded that I couldn't get it up. But I don't really have any bad experiences to where it's like, oh man. But those 2 chicks and then the other 3 chicks, I believe, like I was like deeply involved with throughout my life. But I didn't start doing that until I was 20s. And I only really did it is because I thought I needed to. You know, if you rocking with a chick and y'all tight like that, you feel like, okay, let me go on and do this to satisfy her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my reasoning outside of the 2 chicks that, you know, I had to redeem myself. It was like first date, get them back to the crib. It's time to bust them down, and I can't get on. You know what I'm saying? I can't get it up. I'm trying not to curse on your thing. I'm trying not to get it up.
No. This ain't. I ain't monetized. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Like this on this channel over here, we ain't worried about monetization. But I ain't getting rich.
All right. Well, yeah, I couldn't get my dick hard, man.
We talking.
I was I was so drunk off Hennessy, man. Like smash. I couldn't get my dick hard like twice. So and both of these chicks was bad, and I'm like, man, I got to redeem myself. So I went ahead and did that, and it didn't bite. Luckily, it didn't bite me in my ass for either chick. You know what I'm saying? They slid back through. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to knock both of them down. But yeah, it just never was my thing, bro.
Yeah. Let me say that too. Like I remember the first time after my 10th grade, when I was in 10th grade, like I said, I didn't even tell my easy kill. You got that cush? What's going on, fam? My man ain't healing that.
Oh damn, my bad.
Yeah. He ain't early ain't healing. Yo, anyway. Now I remember after my first time, I remember I said I'm the youngest in my crew, and that's like fucked around and remove myself, yo. Anyway, like I was saying, like I said, I'm the youngest in my crew. I'm the youngest in my crew as far as like my personal life, but I also had like a little circle at school. So I told my friends at school what I did. I remember they just made fun of me, like, I can't believe you did that, this, that, and the third. So that's just to show you like how things differ back in the day where, you know, me in 10th grade telling my classmates, yo, this is what I did. And they're like, ew, that's disgusting. Where now in 2020, they talk about eating groceries. You heard? Man. Like that's nothing nowadays. You know what I mean? So who ain't give a story yet? I think who want to take that up next? AP or the professor?
I'll go in. I'm a expert pussy eater and a connoisseur. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all about the first time I did it, and this is no cap. This is 100%. I was 13 in the 8th grade, and I was over this chick house who was one of them chicks who was extremely developed for an 8th grader, right? I mean, full bush down there, big titties,
dugout,
grown woman body, right? She looked like Nia Long in the face. You feel me? Chocolate chick. So I go over there and we kissing and freaking and titty sucking and all the whole nine. And then I bust. As soon as I get in the pussy, I bust. Like immediately. Like I put the rubber on, damn near bust putting the rubber on. You know what I'm saying? So I get in
like 13, right?
13. I get in, bust right away. So I couldn't let this be. And I only had sex one other time. Well, with one other girl. Maybe 2 or 3 times before this. And I just couldn't let this be the end of it. So trying to get myself back up, you know, I'm kissing on her, doing whatever, then I end up eating her pussy. I ain't even trip because it did help me get back up. I get in it again and bust again fast as a bitch. But anyways, that was the number one, right? Now, mind you, I never admitted that. Like back in that day, you brought up how niggas didn't never keep it real or they'll laugh at you at school. I didn't tell nobody about that time, and I haven't did it again till maybe I was like 15. So for 2 years, and I was having sex the whole time, and I did it again at 15 when I got like a main girlfriend. But I'm gonna tell you one real quick story, and then y'all pass it. Everybody, I was blowing with a bunch of niggas. We were shooting dice, and this was when, you know, everybody talking about hell no, I don't eat no pussy, hell no, I don't eat no pussy. And then one nigga admitted it. The whole fucking dice game started admitting it all of a sudden. Everybody just got done saying they don't fuck around.
Yeah.
As soon as one nigga admitted it, everybody was like, well, shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. And now all of a sudden we got a room full of pussy eating niggas shooting dice.
Yo, real quick, I think maybe that should be a question I'll ask later on. Why do you think there are dudes who are ashamed of it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit wasn't cool back then, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But dudes is eating crack now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, eating ass crack.
Hey,
I don't know what happened, but
it's same thing like niggas you doing coke. You had never had niggas admitting doing coke back in the day.
Right.
And they was smoking and all that shit.
Now it ain't nothing. I guess it's down to the professors, man. Which one of y'all want to take it next?
I mean, I'll take it, man. Like, I'm just gonna say this, man. Like, I think people get too involved on like the labels of it, and if they favorite content creator they look up to tell them not to eat no box, they're gonna be like, oh, now I'm not going to eat no box, bro, because like I look up to this man. He told me not to do it, man. Like, look, I've done it before. I mean, but like I do it because I want to. I've never been forced to do it. Like a lot of these guys is getting like forced or finesse, like to like give up the head, man. But like I'm a selective pussy eater. I mean, like I gotta make sure like some of these niggas, bro, like I've had dudes like, yo, man, like I hit, bro, but like her pussy smell terrible. I'm like, nigga, like, but you still ate and hit. You feel me? Like that's weird. I mean, so like I do little tests. I mean, I might see if she licked. You know what I'm saying she gonna taste herself. Like,
yeah, taste herself. That's a great test.
I see how the pH level is, man. But like there are certain times like some girls don't even want me to do it, but like if I feel like doing it, I might do it. And I mean, just like to bless her off top, like just because I want to do it. But like I've never been in a position, like I said, like I was forced to do it or I felt like I needed to do it, man. Like, because most of these shorties, like, I'll just say this. Every girl I slept with has given me head. I mean, every girl I slept with, I have not given head. I mean, that's like, you have to unlock that feature in me. I mean, and a lot of dudes got like, if you're gonna do it, man, just do your research, man. Like them super bad joints, you be thinking like, oh, bro, like she pure and shit, man. Dudes be busting all up in there, man. Like you don't really know. Like get the Carfax, man. Like a lot of shorties don't be using protection, dog. Like a lot of niggas just be going in there sushi roll, like. I mean, and you don't really know what's on your plate when you about to eat. I mean, like you feel me, like. You check the ingredients. I mean, like really, like we might laugh about this, but like that ass, man, because you might be eating a shorty who just got done getting raw dogged out by her side nigga. I mean,
now you look at mayonnaise, fam. Like, damn.
I'm not gonna lie. Back when I was like thotting around, bro, like I'm saying, like I've had hit the 3P to 4P in a day. You know what I mean? And she don't know what she was looking up off me, bro. Like we want so like. And that's me, bro. Like for me to have that much options, I gotta put in work, bro. Like just because she has like a pussy, bro, that she wants, she gets dudes trying to sleep with her off default. I mean, so that's just my take on it. But I'll just be selective and I mean, make sure that pH is right, bro. Like wash your hands before you go in there, and I mean, figure out who else been in there before you eat it. But if you want to do it, it's your choice.
Absolutely, man. Yo, I want to say shout out to my brethren, Lawrence D. Adams, man. Yo, I forgot only 6 could come up on here, man. I'm not used to having, a bunch of, people on the panel, but I guess I gotta upgrade my StreamYard. Also, shout out to Mr. MIA, man. Shout out to you, the young lion, man, doing his thing. So, Mr. Freeport, man, what you got on your first or your worst?
Well, I didn't really have a worse situation, but my first time was back in, I believe, 9th grade. And it was with the chick I probably should have took her virginity, but I didn't. And I really didn't know what I was doing. I remember we were doing 69, and I didn't even know the bitch was giving me head. Like, I couldn't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just so excited to finally be able to feel pussy. But Like I said, I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't nothing serious, but over the time, I have practiced though. Like my man AP said, he's a connoisseur. I know some guys teach that you shouldn't eat pussy. Me personally, I don't believe that. I always talk about the Jack Dawson and taking a woman's soul. And I don't believe you can take 100% of a woman's soul if you don't eat pussy. And in fact, as I was speaking about in the drop, some guy hit me up talking about he was insecure because this woman liked to use dildos. And I know a lot of guys are iffy about that. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I believe whatever tools you can use to get the woman experiencing things she haven't experienced, that's going to separate you and you'll be able to be her Lord. But if you not, some guys say, oh, well, you can't be alpha and eat pussy. I mean, yeah, but you ain't taking her soul either. Ain't no bitch in this world getting her soul taken by a nigga who ain't never ate her pussy. And if you in a relationship with a chick and you never ate her pussy in 5, 10 plus years, you better guarantee about 20 niggas done ate her pussy and fuck her too.
I gotta disagree on the soul taking part, fam. I gotta.
We go. Look at everything he.
Go ahead, Dre. Dre right too. I know what he gonna say.
Go ahead, Dre.
He can take a bitch soul, but he right too by saying.
No, I mean sexually though. I mean sexually, and I want to preface this. I want to preface this by saying, because like he said, this topic came from a video I did. That video came from a live stream about beta male behavior. About and it's not really beta male behavior. The title of the live was about being submissive to women. I titled it that way, for search reasons, right? When I made the video, I cut the live up into pieces, and that was one of the things that I said, and I just titled the series that, right? So let me preface that let me say that if what another man do don't make me shit, right? What he eat don't make me shit. And I don't look down on somebody else for doing whatever they want to do. So let me start by saying that. And remember, we talking about I'm a guy who coaches men, rookie men who don't have no experience. So what I'm saying is like basically like I'm talking to them, right? It's almost like I could tell RPC can tell a woman, look a woman dead in her eyes and tell her, I love you, right? I wouldn't advise but RPC is a player. He know how to do that and he know how to deal with that. I wouldn't advise a guy just getting into the game to do it. So this is where I'm coming from when I speak about shit like this. Now, as far as I just wanted to preface that, right? Because it's gonna seem like my opinion strong on the shit, right? And that's not the case. But as far as the taking the soul thing, fam, I have to beg. I gotta beg to differ, bro. You can definitely take a woman's soul completely without eating the box, bro. You can do it.
Oh, I agree with that. I also, because I talk about dark side desires. I'm just speaking within the context of this conversation, but yeah, you can take a woman's soul without even having to take your clothes off because that's more of a mental thing. You know what I'm saying?
But even sexually, though, you know what I'm saying?
But sexually, here's the thing. Every woman has her own dark side desires. As I said before, there are some women that I was talking about on my last drop. I just got off. Some women like to. They want to cut you and literally drink blood. Some women want to come out of a doggy bowl. So if you're not doing that stuff, you're not going to be able to take her mind to where she needs to be. Taking her soul it's not based on what you do as a man, but it's based off her traumas and her dark side desires and what she desires. If you're a man that says, well, I don't do BDSM, and she's the type of woman that likes to be hanged up from ropes and cut. There's women like into very deviant things and they can't even get off because you're not entertaining that deviant thing. So if that particular woman, the way to her getting her most massive orgasm is using a G-spot dildo plus giving her head at the same time, which is a little game for guys who want to, You know what I'm saying? You got to have your toys on deck. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to have to do that to get her soul. But every woman is different. Some women can't even come from here. So it's not every woman, but a lot of women, if you know what you're doing, you incorporate toys, you're going to have them gone, man, with your clothes on.